it was not a pretty sight for Clemson fans a year ago when Florida State came into Death Valley and whooped the Tigers 51-14. Can the Seminoles do it again, but this time at home? Let's get the thoughts of our Florida State insider, Jonathan Schillace. And Jonathan, some of our viewers out there may remember the old game show Card Sharks. Instead of going higher or lower, we want you to tell us if it's better or worse. All right, first card, Jameis Winston. Is he better or worse than the Heisman Trophy winner from a year ago?
I don't think he's as good as he was last year. We saw glimpses of what he can do once again. 22 of 27 last game against the Citadel, 256 yards, 2 touchdowns. But when you compare the first 2 games to last year, he's not as accurate as he was, but he's getting there. I think he can be, but at this point in juncture, I don't think he's as good as last year.
All right, so the Noles offense currently ranked 37th in the country. Are they better or worse than last season?
I think they are better than last year. All 8 touchdowns this year have come from a different player. I think they're spreading the ball around. Their running backs are better. Carlos Williams starting it out, then Dalvin Cook and Mario Pender. You've seen both of them running very well so far this season.
All right, the Noles currently 10th in the ACC in total defense. Is that unit better or worse?
I'm going to go with a push here. I think Charles Kelly has done a good job of filling in for Pruitt, who left after last season. I think this is a very good defense. I'm going to go ahead and push on this one.
All right, you mentioned Jeremy Pruitt, a one-and-done on the staff last year as FSU's defensive coordinator after winning the title. So is this coaching staff better or worse than a year ago?
I'm going to go with they're better. I think that they're really gelling together. I think that the players are really falling behind these coaches. I think they're better this year.
All right, can't do a card game without a couple of wild cards, right? Here's a couple more questions. The Noles coming off the bye week, as we all know. What do they focus on with the extra practice?
Really, they're just going back to basics. I know people hear it and they kind of question that, but they really are. You go out there, you see them doing board drills, you see them going back to the basics, and coaches said that this is one of the best practices bye week-wise that they've ever had, and they've been looking very good. The fundamentals are there now. They've been getting better through this bye week.
All right, finally now game time. How do you see this one playing out?
I think it's going to be a little closer than everybody expects. Last year, like you said, 51-14. Florida State goes into Death Valley in front of over 83,000 fans. They were trying to break the decibel record, 3rd in the nation, and then the Seminoles come in and upset them. Jameis Winston has an unbelievable performance, 445 yards, most by an FSU quarterback. So I think there's a lot of emotions behind Clemson. And, if Clemson loses, that's the end of the season, really. I mean, there's no big bowl game for them. The winner of this game has won the Atlantic Division every year since 2009. So there's a lot riding on this, but I still think Florida State comes out victorious, just a little bit closer than some expect.
Plenty at stake. Jonathan Schillace, thanks for playing CI Card Sharks. Well done.
Thank you.
And don't forget to catch The Feed with Shea Pepler each and every Tuesday, only on CampusInsiders.com.